Hey everyone, Smash Trivia John here. I wanted to take a moment to alert you about the fact that there's been a change on the Smash Trivia Patreon. So we now instead of having the having tiers going up to $10, we only have them going up to $5. But that does not mean you're not getting you can't get the content that was on the $10 tier, as both the one night smashes and the challenging smashy to Keith's trivia is now a part of the $5 tier, so you get even more content for just $5. It's a hell of a deal. I highly recommend you join the Patreon, and I would really appreciate if you did that. And also, I also wanted to tell you about something that is happening. So, we are finally getting into October. And you know what October means? It's spooky time. So, we have on the Patreon, we're going to have a spooky She-Hulk comic that features both She-Hulk and The Thing. And then we also have our B-Smash, which is going to have not one, not two, not three, not four, but five B-Smashes this month, including in all four of the Halloween Town films, and also Rob Zombie's The Munsters. I'm so excited for all of that, and I will also be making sure that Keith at the end of the month gives me some trivia and some Smasher passes that are relating to Halloween. So that's gonna be very, very exciting. I really hope you join us for this spooktacular season of Halloween. And also, even if you aren't gonna be on the Patreon, you're also going to get some spooky stuff on the normal podcast, as I have planned out. After She-Hulk ends, we're going to have two spooky episodes of the Gamma Analysis is in coming in near the end of October, and one of these episodes will be featuring a trivia question that I've had up my sleeve. I've been waiting to use since the very beginning of this podcast, back in November of last year. I've been wanting to use this trivia question, but I've been waiting for the spooky time because it's a great spooky question. I'm so excited for you all to see what I have cooked up for you. And that is all I want to say. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening to my podcast. I really appreciate everyone who listens. All right, back to the regularly scheduled podcast. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Smash Trivia. I'm your host, Smash Trivia John. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram by searching Smash Trivia to follow everything happening with me. I'll be the one with the big old green head in the profile picture. I'm so excited to get into this. This is the Gamma Analysis in this series. I'm going to review everything Hulk, all the movies and TV shows. Hope you enjoy. Smash Trivia presents the Gamma Analysis. I want to ask everyone listening if they please do sign for me. Please share the hell out of this podcast with all your friends. For this episode, we're going to be doing a She-Hulk Hunger Games, or as I like to call them on my podcast, Gamma Games. And it's with a spooky twist. I'd like to take a moment to say that Smash Trivia now has a Patreon, so please check that out. We have some fantastic extra content on there I bet you'll love. The tiers are as follows: $1 a month is Hulka Holla for $1, $3 a month is Reading with Hulkie and Shulkie, $5 a month is Smashing the TV. Today I'll be joined by Lindsey, aka Mercari Swift, on Twitter. How you doing, Lindsey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right. As always, our Hulka Holla for $1. We have film creator Derek Sager and Gabriel Floral. And for the entire month of October, because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm putting three donation links in the description. Those are Fuck Cancer, Cancer Teamwork Response, and the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. All right. Before we get into this spooky She-Hulk Hunger Games, I'd like to ask Lindsay. So, what did you think of She-Hulk?
Well, so I've been a fan of She-Hulk since around 2018. So I haven't been like I didn't grow up reading comics, but I did get into Marvel shortly after I graduated high school. And She-Hulk happened to be the first comic that I had ever read. Something about her just completely just drew me in right away. I loved her character. I loved her personality. I loved her humor. I just loved everything about her. So, personally, the show, I mean, it was hard to know what to expect considering, Marvel, in my opinion, they've done some great adaptations and some not so great adaptations. But to be honest with you, She-Hulk, like, it completely exceeded my expectations. I personally thought it was amazing. I personally felt like a lot of what I was seeing was going from right from page to screen. And like, can we talk about that finale? Like,
Oh yeah.
absolutely mind blowing. Like, not only did she break the fourth wall, she broke through the fourth wall.
Yup.
So that was like very exciting. When I remember when watching the finale, um, it like went to the Disney Plus homepage and I got scared that it like shut off. And I know a lot of other people felt that
Yeah.
same way. And all of a sudden you see Jen popping her head out and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So
I
yeah,
think.
I'm very satisfied and I really hope we get to see more of her.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm very
specifically
hopeful
I
for
would
a season two.
yeah, specifically I would like to see more of her in the courtroom.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm honestly probably one of the only people that did like think that their Disney Plus was breaking at that moment because because well, two things. One, since I'm usually when I'm launching up the show to watch it for the first
Mm-hmm.
time, I'm launching it directly from the home screen on Disney Plus and not going to the Marvel screen on there. So I feel like if it
Oh, I
were
see.
breaking, it would have gone directly to the home screen. And then also, I actually the day before because there were leaks about the finale. I was DM'd by someone on telling me that my theory I had a few weeks ago turned out to be true,
What was the
or
wait, which was it?
or well, sort of true. So basically, a like around the second or something of October, I've been talking to someone on Twitter about how I would this wasn't really even a theory, just like a hope that I had. I was like, in the comics, She Hulk has had broken the fourth wall to talk to her comic writers. Uh, I
Mm-hmm.
I said I would like to see them do that, but with Kevin Feige, and and we got that
Oh
sort
my
of.
god. So here's the thing. I did read the leak before because it was so tempting and I just couldn't help myself. I had to read the leak. But even so, I was still my jaw was dropped the whole time. Like even so, I was still so like surprised with everything. And what I thought was funny was a lot of people didn't notice this at first, but like Kevin, like the thing, it was wearing a
Yeah,
baseball cap.
yeah.
A lot of
I
people
was
did notice that, and I
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
was
so funny.
surprised that people didn't notice that. I was like, I that was one of the things I noticed immediately about it. I was like, he's wearing a baseball cap.
It's literally like Kevin Feige's trademark, and I thought it was really
Oh,
funny that they had added that in.
oh yeah. Have you seen since then? There's been interviews saying that apparently that Kevin Feige he didn't want them to add that, and he was like he said that was the one thing he didn't think seemed believable about all of this. That a robot would be wearing a baseball cap, and Jessica Gao, the head writer, said
Mm-hmm.
that she almost quit the project because of that.
I think I did see something about that, but I didn't think I saw the part where he said it didn't seem believable. I think I feel like I did see something about her almost quitting the project, But I
he
feel
was
like
like he said that like he doesn't think that's believable. They were and Jessica Gao was just like, that's the part you don't think is believable about all of this.
she makes a good point. Personally, I loved how they made Kevin into like a big weird robot thing instead of just her talking to like him, because it makes it a lot more like it seems like it's being like run by this big,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, yes, Marvel is a big corporation, but this puts it into a bigger perspective. Like they are directly calling out everything that's happening.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like directly. So I just think all of that was like so genius the way they did that.
Oh yeah.
And I love how
I would
no,
have
go ahead.
honestly rathered myself that she did actually talk to actual Kevin Feige, just because I think that would be cool to see him on screen. But I understand them wanting to do this because it's it's harder to do something like that in live
Mm-hmm.
action than it is in comics, because as in comics, the same people writing and drawing it are doing everything,
Yeah.
versus in live action you now then have to add in the difficulty of we don't know if Kevin Feige is good at acting.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a
personally,
pretty hard thing to deal with.
I mean, now that you've mentioned how, he didn't think the whole Kevin thing would have been believable, I'm wondering if he would have thought that way if it was just him. Because I don't know if he wanted to be behind the camera or he just didn't want it to happen whatsoever. But I just think,
I've
you know.
so these aren't confirmed things, but I've some theories I've heard from people is that he that he could have easily felt that if he were to appear, people might I not like it as much because they're because that's him, like I'd be like tell everyone, hey, I'm the important person here, and
Yeah.
which and like they're saying like he wouldn't want to like kind of put him into that put himself into that Stan Lee position, like
I
that
understand.
might
Yeah.
feel that but then also some people have said, and I haven't actually looked into this so I don't know if this is true, but apparently at some points throughout the years he's mentioned that he's not a good actor.
Oh, wow. Well, okay. I
That's
guess
that
that's
would be a good reason why you wouldn't want to appear yourself.
Yeah, what actually reminded me of the Kevin robot thing was Otto from Wally. Because
Uh,
does that make sense?
yeah, I can definitely see that. I don't remember exactly the
Yeah,
auto
so
robot
Otto,
from Wally because I haven't seen the film in many years, but I know there's a lot of robots in that. So
well, yeah, so Otto is short for autopilot of the cruise ship that they are on in space. And he turned evil trying to run everything that was going on. Otto didn't want them to return to Earth, and like it was this whole big thing, but not necessarily the evil part that reminded me. It was just like the whole robot controls whole thing kind
yeah.
of thing. So that's what I thought was interesting. And obviously, I would have thought of it because I am a huge Pixar fan. And probably no one else would have been thinking about that. But yeah. So yeah, I really
I
did
think
love
there's
the
a
camp.
lot of robots from different fictional things that people probably thought of with
Mm-hmm.
the Kevin robot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh man, that was the most She-Hulky comic booky thing they could have possibly done for
That's
the
what I'm
finale.
saying. Like,
It's
I just
crazy.
like it was insane. And, being also a very big Daredevil fan, like I've said this in the past, like before like She-Hulk was even even in question in the MCU, she was my favorite female superhero and Daredevil was my favorite male superhero. So when I found out that they were going to be on screen together, I got a little excited.
I
And
can imagine.
Yeah, so I mean, I love both of their characters so much, and it really irks me that people are saying, "Oh, She-Hulk ruined Daredevil," which isn't true because
Yeah.
that is literally who Matt Murdock is. It's like they never even lost them.
He's basically the same as he was on Netflix. He's just a little bit happier than he was
Yeah,
on there.
exactly.
Like,
Like a lot of people think he needs to be dark and depressing all the time. That's like not.
and one thing about Daredevil that I saw a video like just a couple days ago that talking about that. I think it was a really interesting point. This is actually a more comic accurate Daredevil than was
Exactly.
on um the Netflix series, because on the Netflix series, because they were doing everything practically, they
Hmm.
couldn't have him be as athletic and do as much
Hmm.
parkour as he
Yeah.
or versus this, because they were able to mix the practical with some CGI.
Yeah.
They were able to make him be exactly like how he is in the comics.
Yeah. Comic Daredevil is hilarious. I love him. I think he's amazing. But I also love, Marvel Studios portrayal of Daredevil,
Oh yeah,
Netflix portrayal of Daredevil. I mean, they're all the same but different, at
yeah.
the same time. And I just loved every iteration I've seen of Matt Murdock. And
Oh yeah.
I really hope that Jen is gonna show up in the show. And Charlie himself said that he hopes she'll
Yeah.
make at least a little bit of an appearance. Now I'm not,
No,
getting my hopes up or anything, but I hope they, reunite
there's
again. So
there has in the past few days been some interviews with Tatiana Maslany where she's been like, she's questioned whether or not they're gonna do a season two, and also whether she could appear in that Daredevil
mhm.
series. Um, I kind of feel like what she's doing there um is she's trying to like play with the press and Marvel to try and get a bigger contract, which I hope is the case.
I would hope so
And
too.
that's and also I could honestly see Tatiana Maslany trying to sort of be like how Robert Downey Jr. was as
Hmm.
previously, where he fought not only for him to get a better paycheck, but for everybody else to get a better
That's
paycheck,
exactly the kind of
particularly
person
uh,
Tatiana
and
is.
particularly the women, because they aren't paid nearly enough
Mm-mm.
for what they do.
Hmm. Yeah, like that's entirely who Tatiana is. I mean, she's
Yeah.
always been an advocate for any and every
Oh
kind of
yeah.
person, and
I'm
I admire her so so much.
I'm very hopeful that because She-Hulk, it though the dude bros try to act like it didn't do well. There, it's pretty obviously did when you look at the numbers. I'm hopeful that a season two, that because it did so well, Tatiana Maslany will have more creative freedom, and that
I hope so.
and because and that would make it so that she can include she can get to include in it either for either like a gay or lesbian or bi or trans and main character into the show, someone who's going
Yeah.
like main side character who's going to appear in almost every episode.
Hmm.
uh, that honestly is like I could see Tatiana Maslany doing, and I really hope that she does.
Hmm. I feel like if something like that is going to happen, I feel like she would be the person to make it
Yeah,
happen.
and
You know what I'm saying?
and I think out of any of the Marvel shows, She-Hulk is the place that they would most likely do that.
Hmm. Yeah, totally agree. And not because it's just some comedy out of whack, wacky thing. It can be funny but
Well,
important and
it's
serious at
more.
the same time.
I'm thinking more or so because She-Hulk, I feel like is going to be their place where they're going to discuss a lot of important issues
Yeah.
in a more
Hmm.
direct way than they are able to do with the rest of them, because they're so action focused. And you
Exactly.
and like like she could even like she even in season two would be called directly out to the camera being like, hey, not enough shows have main characters in them. They're not just straight white males
Mm-hmm.
and like also that are not cisgender.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would
Exactly.
be I think they could easily do something like that. And like I've heard some people say that they think Tatiana wouldn't do that because that could destroy her career or something. But the thing
Oh,
is
come on.
she does not care that much about her career. I think and also it's a bit of a different situation from if from say the Gina Carnina situation because you have on one side it is politics that Disney does not want to put the want to say that they are versus Tatiana Maslany wanting to include these characters and actors that are not just your stereotypical straight white cisgender characters. I think they would be all for that because it looks good on them.
Yeah, truly. I completely agree.
Even though I don't think they are actually as fully for all of these things
No,
as they
definitely not. No.
say, but they want to make it seem like that they are. So I think they would be willing to let her add those characters in.
Mm-hmm.
They know that oh at this point, honestly, they can't fire Tatiana Maslany
No,
for
absolutely not.
anything that she does because she has become the face of a role for their most popular franchise, and also particularly if they fired her for something that is inclusive. If they're not going to have a very fun time with the fan base.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, so one thing I did want to bring up was I'm as you know, I'm a very big fan of Eternals, and
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't gotten a lot of great reception. And besides the Kingo mention in Miss Marvel, they have finally, even just ever so slightly,
Yeah.
acknowledged Tiamat sticking out of the ocean.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it was so
surprised
crazy to
it's
me.
eyes it took till She-Hulk to do that. I would have guessed that they would have done that in Miss Marvel.
I completely agree
like
with you
I
because
like
like it's not something.
I feel like Kamala would have like been like reading a newspaper or something and just is geeking out about the fact that there's a giant skull coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, like it's very weird that they it took that long to
Yeah.
address it, considering the global earthquake. There's never been an earthquake on one planet at the same time in every single location.
Oh yeah.
And like the fact that there's a giant celestial that's sticking out of the ocean didn't raise any eyebrows until She-Hulk. I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
crazy, but they acknowledged it, and they acknowledged Kingo in Eternals,
Oh
and
yeah.
from the set photos of the Guardian special, there's Kingo posters I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So far I've seen those, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still waiting on that official announcement. I'm hoping I get to see She-Hulk and
Hopefully.
one maybe at least one of the Eternals meet.
Yeah, I think the
I
most
mean it would
likely
be
one is Kingo that she
yep,
would meet.
100%.
I
I
could easily
completely
see
agree with
her
you.
having to represent him in court, and like
Absolutely.
she can make a reference, be like, I know I have some colleagues who represent another person who has lived for a very long time,
Yeah.
since they had Mr. Immortal, and
Yep.
I've heard some people be well, would they have known each other? And I don't think so, because and
But
I
isn't
don't
he
think.
a mutant?
Yeah, I think he is technically a mutant in the comics. I don't know what they're going to say he's that. Mr.
But like the
Immortal
thing
is
is, when
in
did
the
he
MCU
become a
again.
mutant? So like, how would they have
Like,
known each other?
are and they like basically, or well, maybe not know each other, but like Mr. Immortal knowing of him because
Oh, I see
seeing
what you
him
mean.
in movies. But the thing is, if everyone else in the world was able to be fooled, but just by him like putting on a mustache, taking it off, I think Mr. Immortal, he wasn't very smart. He would not have been able to tell.
Yeah, definitely. I was a little sketchy of him at first, but then I thought it was. Then I noticed it was just like some gag, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, I didn't think anything really of Mr. Immortal, mostly because I was like, this is just gonna be the side plot of this
Yeah,
episode.
it wasn't like a
Not
huge thing.
no. I'm gonna get into these gamma games.
I'm so excited.
It's basically this is a She-Hulk Hunger Games, and it's using the Hunger Games simulator, and I have, though they may not actually show up because it is all randomized, but I did add at least a few spooky things into the game to try and make this a little bit Halloweeny.
I'm so
Um,
excited. Oh my goodness. I used to
and
do
this,
these all the time with my friends. And like
uh,
it's just so much fun and it's hilarious too. I can't wait to like see what happens.
so one thing we are going to do before we start actually reading off the games we're going to discuss what each character might be wearing as a costume
Oh
for
my
this. This is
god.
gonna be so fun.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
first off, from District One, we have Jennifer Walters. What costume do you think Jennifer Walters would be wearing? And
Hmm.
this is in human form because I split up both human form and She-Hulk form for this.
All right. Okay. So for Jen, I don't know. That's God,
Um,
I feel like she could be so many different things. But like
yeah,
what would she want to be is the question.
yeah. Trying to think. I'm gonna just say because as I know all of the Tatiana Maslany fans really want this, she's gonna be a vampire.
She's gotta. She has to.
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then and next from District One we have She-Hulk.
Okay.
Who would you want She-Hulk to be wearing as a costume?
Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, okay. This is just the theater kid in me, but I think she should be Elphaba because she's green from
Okay,
Wicked. Elphaba from
uh,
Wicked. I think she should be Elphaba from Wicked just because she's green. But if we're thinking more of like a basic costume, um, yeah, I don't know.
so basically the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, pretty
Oh yeah,
much. So
I've never
Elphaba,
seen Wicked, so I wasn't sure.
yeah. So Wicked is it takes place. It's the events that take place before the Wizard of Oz. So the Wicked Witch
Okay,
is Elphaba. So that's like her name, and she's green. So yeah,
that makes
but
sense.
I think it was pretty
Uh,
funny, especially because there was a She-Hulk filter on TikTok, and Adina
yeah.
Menzel, who was the very first Elphaba in Wicked on Broadway, made a TikTok with the filter, and she goes, "She-Hulk filter my ass," and I thought it was so funny because it makes
Oh
people
yeah.
look like Elphaba too. It's not like she was throwing shade at She-Hulk. It's just it was really funny because it makes people look like Elphaba also. But that's why I think it's pretty funny. So
Oh yeah, that's a great one. All right. Next, we have from District One, Bruce Banner in human form.
oh my goodness. Wait, do you mean District 2? I thought you
No,
said
no, District One.
uh
I have 48 players in this.
oh geez. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, Bruce. Okay, got it.
um, I'm gonna say Albert Einstein.
Makes sense. That's a good one. I just thought of something and I lost it. I'm trying to
Oh,
think of something that's like not scientific.
okay.
I don't know. That is a good one though. I think that'd be really good. I also feel like he would like dress up as like Thor for fun.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, we'll say Thor, and then next I have Smug Hulk.
Oh
Could be
geez.
Hulk form. I'm gonna say this one. This is a very obvious one, but Frankenstein's monster.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
That
Is an
makes
easy
total
one.
sense. That makes total
All
sense.
right. And then from District Two, we have this one should be a really fun one to do
Oh
because
God.
I think this lady would have a lot of fun with Halloween costumes.
Hmm.
Nikki.
Oh my God, Nikki Ramos, I love
Oh,
you. Ooh, okay. So
I'm
she's you go first. You go
I'm,
first.
I'm trying to think. Huh.
Well, she
Have
knows she's
you?
heavily into fashion, right?
Yeah. Have you seen? Or do you watch any Scooby Doo?
To be honest with you, I never really grew up with it.
Ah, okay.
I know all about it, but I don't like I haven't really like gotten into any of the details, to be honest with you. I don't know
Okay.
why I never grew
Well,
up with it cuz yeah, but
I was going to suggest. Have you ever heard of this? Heard of this band in Scooby Doo called the Hex Girls?
it sounds familiar.
Oh
Sounds
yeah.
familiar.
Well, since you don't know that, I'll just go for a little bit more the simple one. Since they're both in fashion, maybe Nikki could be Daphne from Scooby Doo.
That yeah, that makes
So,
perfect sense.
yeah, mainly was basing the Hex Girls thing off of her outfit in the beginning of the last episode when she's at Jen's house. The house is like a very like
Oh,
um
okay, okay, I get
goth
you. I
girl
get you.
kind of outfit.
Yeah.
All right, next from District Two is Pug.
Oh, I love Pug. Oh
Uh,
man,
Pug, he would let's just have him dress up as an actual pug.
that is genius. Like, why not take advantage, right?
All
He
right.
would make a very cute pug.
Then the next two, I don't think we're gonna really care what costumes they wear,
Oh God.
because these
Okay.
guys are jerks. Josh
Okay.
and Todd.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
Can we just like cover them in shit?
I was going to say that they both just wear or one of them can be covered in shit, and one of them can be wear an inflatable dick costume.
Perfect. Okay, but who to?
Um, I'll
I
I'll
think Todd would
say
be the dick costume.
yeah.
He's
That was great.
yeah.
All right. Then from District Three, we have Morris, aka as I call him, Dad Hulk. So, who could he wear a costume for?
Okay, so we know he's very protective of Jen,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he would be some kind of like some some kind of character that's like I don't really can't think of anything specific. Hmm.
This is kind of a crazy one, but like both based on his height and then like his a bit of his hairstyle, I'm gonna say Old Man Logan.
Oh my god. Wait. I love that.
uh,
Okay, yeah.
and then the next one we have a character that some people love in the series. I absolutely hate it, which is Ched Hulk.
Okay. Wait, oh my god, I just thought of this again. No, I can't. Okay. This is gonna sound really stupid, but can we dress him up as Titania because he's annoying and so is
Oh,
Titania?
that's great. I love it.
They're
I
both
love it. That's
annoying.
perfect.
I love Titania though. That's the difference.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. All right, next we got Wong.
Oh my god, Wongers. Okay. Man, Wong has like such a beautiful personality.
Yeah.
It's hard to pinpoint what he would dress up for at Halloween. I feel like he would like say
Oh.
no. He wouldn't say he'd like be so open minded about it. You know what I mean? I feel like he and Madison would go as characters from The Sopranos.
Yeah, I was going to say, just have him be the lead character from Sopranos, Tony
Yeah.
Soprano.
Yep.
I think that would be
Yeah. That
great.
I think that would be really funny. Yeah.
And then next, we have Blonsky.
Oh, right. Okay. Um.
Hmm.
Well,
I feel like he's someone who he probably wouldn't put a lot of effort into a costume.
that's what I'm thinking, because he's totally like meditation and namaste, dude. Like he's just like I don't know. I mean, are there any like big influencers that were into that?
I don't know. Wait,
Are you looking it up?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna say, though I've never actually seen this film, so I don't know if it would work well. But I think it would be a absolutely hilarious.
What?
The Love Guru.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I have to make my friend listen to this podcast because she loves Emil Blonsky. So
all right.
she's like she loves him. I think she would find that really funny. But all right.
Our next one is Maddie Devil Boy.
Oh man. I have like so many ideas going through my mind right now. Okay. He eats a lot of Thai food, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he just wanted like a pair of chopsticks? That's so stupid. But also I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's not really one to dress up. Am I like just you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he would just he would, even though it's not actually a Halloween in costume, he would just wear the I'm not Daredevil
Yes. Oh
shirt
my god,
from
why didn't
the
I think of that?
from his the Christmas party thing.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
have that sweater. I love it.
and then the next thing, next one. This one, I think this one's is pretty obvious what we gotta go with. Luke Jacobson has got to go as Edna Mode.
Oh my god, yeah. 100%. I
Uh,
mean, as a Pixar connoisseur, I agree.
okay. And then the next we have Titania.
Oh my god. That's so
Oh,
hard though because
yeah.
she's so like I don't know how to explain it. She's so out there.
Yeah,
Like
she
what
would
could she pot
she would have the most intricate costumes,
Yeah, completely.
but all of her costumes would be the sexy variants.
That's very true. I feel like you know what's really funny? What if she would go as like I really just lost my train of thought again.
um, hmm.
This is getting too intense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but like she's just so out there in every aspect. It's like she could literally be anything, but like you said, make it the most intricate costume ever. And like something to draw attention to herself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This would be a weird one, but
Mm-hmm.
how about Johnny Bravo?
Oh my, wait, that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely like the
A sexy boobs out Johnny Bravo.
okay.
That would
You
be.
you sealed the deal.
Oh
That's the
god.
one. That's the one.
Okay, next. This is one. I don't know if they would wear a Halloween costume or not. We just mainly because we haven't really gotten enough of their personality outside of
Mm-hmm.
work to be able to get this decide this. But Mallory Book.
I that's what I was thinking you were gonna say. Okay, so I don't know because she's very practical and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in that one scene where she's like in a bar with Jen, she's just like very she's not very open. She doesn't share a lot, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Except like in that one little scene with Nikki. But yeah, that's kind of hard. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of hard. We don't really get to see a lot of, her personality besides,
I feel like trying to think who she could do for this, but I'm feeling like she would do one of those things where like she says she's this thing, but it's really she's just wearing one of her regular outfits she wears to
Yeah.
work or you just we'd have to think of someone who wears similar stuff to what she wears.
So like she goes Saul Goodman because he's a lawyer.
Sure, sure, that sounds great.
I mean, like, just like
Though she
she
doesn't
literally.
seem like the lawyer who wears suits, though.
I mean, I don't know, like, just any lawyer.
Yeah.
She's not gonna like purposely go out of her way
Mm-hmm.
to like wear a costume. I feel like it just could be any lawyer.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, next we have from District 5, Dennis.
Oh, that's hard
Mm.
because we already did so many asshole ones. um,
Oh man.
can we
Hmm.
just put him in the garbage bag?
Yeah, he can just wear a garbage bag and um make sure it has a bunch of holes in it, just to make it even
Yeah.
worse.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Like
that's good.
I thought about for a second like I having him become Oscar the Grouch, but the thing is Oscar the Grouch is too good for him.
That's exactly. Thank you.
Oscar
Thank
the
you.
Grouch is an actual funny character.
Yeah.
Like
Dennis is just annoying.
um
Again, the difference between annoying and funny and just
mhm.
annoying, you know?
Now next one's gonna be an interesting one.
Okay.
Holloway. I don't know whether he would wear a Halloween costume or not.
I feel like he wouldn't. I feel like he'd hate Halloween.
I don't know. Like he told Jen in the second episode, I don't joke about anything. Then immediately when she first goes into his office at the OKNH, he's telling someone to send someone to a cold place because they hate the cold. He does. He's not as as just not jokey as he wants people to think he is. I think.
I agree with that. However, I don't think he hates Halloween. I feel like he just doesn't think it's
Yeah,
necessary.
I can
You
see
know what I
that.
mean?
I feel like he's like someone who, if he has like a wife or a husband, they would force him to wear a
Yep.
Halloween
Mhm.
costume.
And matching ones too, I feel like.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say he just as wears a stereotypical devil costume.
Okay.
So the next one we have Wrecker.
What was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Wrecker.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna say because just for his hair and his facial hair, I'm gonna say he's gonna go as John Wick.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah. That's
the
a good
next
one.
one, we have someone who is very much an idiot, but also a little bit pretentious because he has money. And that is Leapfrog.
Oh my god. Well, you can't go with a frog because
Mm,
um no,
hmm.
that's kind of pretentious because he has money.
Uh,
I don't know. I mean, like, what's like?
how about he go as adult Richie Rich?
Oh my, yeah. Okay.
Just because they both have that blonde hair.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, the next district is gonna be a really fun one to do
Okay.
because this is all the gang. We have
Okay. Okay.
first Man Bull.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think Man Bull and El Aguila, they are they, even though they don't want everyone else to think that they're a couple, they
Yeah, they definitely
are.
are a couple.
I think they're just going to wear each other's outfits.
Yeah,
They're going to
I
wear
agree.
like Man Bull's gonna wear a Matador outfit, and um El Aguila is going to put a bunch of prosthetics on his face to make himself look like he's Mamble.
Yeah, that would be
Next,
pretty funny.
next we have Saracen.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
Saracen. I don't. Would he dress up just as like Dracula, or would he probably want to do something outside of just vampire? I don't know.
okay, so outside of vampire. So what if
Hmm.
I'm trying to think because vampire, not Blade, but like,
Uh,
so like if not a vampire, I feel like he would do something in that realm though. If
yeah.
you know what I mean. So,
Um. Maybe. A like some famous cannibal.
no Army Hammer.
Sure, we'll say he's gonna dress up as Army Hammer.
That's the
But
first thing I thought of.
oh man. All right. So the next porcupine.
Oh, okay. Trying to think. Are there any like infamous porcupine characters?
Let's look this up.
Oh, you know what? You know what? It would be really funny. Porcupines are similar to echidnas.
Ooh,
So echidna is
Knuckles.
an Australian animal. Australian animal.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget what makes them different, but they look very, very similar. Um, let me look it up.
So I'm guessing you're thinking of Knuckles.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That
I was thinking and you can decide whether you like Knuckles or this better. I was thinking the Tasmanian Devil.
I actually like that better. I wasn't thinking of Knuckles, but did forget that Knuckles was an echidna. I was thinking of like echidna, the animal in general.
Oh no.
But yeah, I like the that's a good one.
All right. So next, District 7, we have started us out with Madison.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So like it has to involve something with alcohol. I feel like I would say like I don't know. Because I know they have like those I
Hmm,
feel like she would dress up as like a waitress or something.
I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's
Yeah.
constantly carrying a cocktail in her hand. So like I don't know, something
Uh,
like that.
have you ever seen the a TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I think when I was younger, but
I've never actually watched it myself, but I was looking up like alcohol abuser characters, and there's a character from that called Angel that I think that just wears like a this um black leather jacket. I feel like she could rock that.
she definitely could. Hmm. Yeah, I've never seen it. I just knew it was on when I was growing up, but I've never actually seen it.
Yeah,
But
I've never
yeah.
seen it either. Or okay, this would be a very interesting one. I think she could do something absolutely hilarious with this. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Okay, I've never seen it, so don't come for me.
Oh,
Don't come for
that's
me.
fine. That's fine. I but you've seen pictures of him probably at some point
I'm
in your
looking him
life.
up right now.
Oh man,
Yep. Hmm.
yeah, he is like almost always drinking. So
Okay,
I think
yeah,
that would
that
be
I guess that makes sense.
fun.
That definitely makes sense.
All right. So next, Lulu. Hmm.
Lulu.
Lulu was the bride to be.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Just trying to think. She was friends with Jen in high school, and then, hmm, that's hard. Like we
Uh
don't know that much about her, so
I'm gonna say I think this could be a funny one.
mhm.
Have you ever watched the film Mean Girls?
Absolutely.
Regina George.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think that could be fun.
I think it could be. I'm not the biggest fan of Mean Girls. I know people are gonna cancel me for that.
No, that's fine.
It's just like it's really funny because when I was in high school, literally every day, everyone quoted it to death.
I
Like
literally watched the film for the first time this year, so I'm not gonna say anything
it's a
against you for
great
it on.
it's a great film, but because of how how much I've heard over the years,
Mhm.
it just it burned a hole straight through my brain. I just can't anymore. But I appreciate it as a film. I just think,
Yeah, I
you know,
understand.
and, but yeah, I think that kind of I can see that.
Next, Mr. Mortal.
Okay. Um.
I think he's got to be our Dracula. I think he could pull off a Dracula.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I just
Uh,
can't think of anything else. So.
yeah, yeah, I can't think much of. Then the next one we have Donnie Blaze.
Oh. Okay. So he's stupid fake magician dude. I'm trying to think of it's gotta be something involving magic, but like
Yeah.
being Doctor Strange is like too obvious because we have Wong, so like
Hmm. Um.
let's see.
This could be really funny. I think. I
What?
either that you just have to put on a whole bunch of aging a makeup, but
Oh no.
either Gandalf or Albus Dumbledore,
Oh my god, wait, okay. Um
or if you want to go for like a no, more kind
you
of
know what I
fakey
just thought of?
magician edition, Burt Wonderstone or Stone, if you've ever heard of that.
No, I haven't.
uh um hmm let's see.
You know what? I've also thought of Shazam. Not Billy Batson, but like the old wizard.
Oh, that could
Yeah.
be interesting.
Yeah.
I could see that.
The ancient wizard Shazam, not Billy.
Mm-hmm.
So um
Uh,
really any of
um,
those could work, I feel like.
uh, how about you could also go with something from King Arthur times with like either Merlin or like Balthazar.
Hmm. You know what I also just thought of?
Ooh.
Jafar from
Oh yes,
Aladdin.
perfect. Perfect. That's
Yay!
great.
Like he has the look. If you...
Oh man, the next one is gonna be a funny one because like you can literally go in any direction with this.
Okay.
Runa, so she could literally just turn into anybody. Um,
Hmm. I'm trying to
I
think of really
must
good
say
ones. Like
I must say that she would turn into Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
perfect.
All
Perfect.
right. And the next one on is Judge Price, the judge who appeared in multiple of the She-Hulk episodes.
um okay.
So, he said his
What about
personality. Hmm.
well, I mean for humor's sake, I think Judge Judy would be really funny.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Let's go with that.
All right. And then the next two I chose some people who just have basically cameos in the series. First one
Okay.
on Scar.
We see him for like 2 seconds. I'm trying to think of characters who have a receding hairline. Because what was that? What was that? Trying to think. Um,
Oh man.
what? Who's that? I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was,
Oh,
hmm.
have you watched Despicable Me?
Yes.
What do you think of either having him as Gru or Victor, the villain from that?
I don't know. To be honest, I feel like neither of them would
Yeah,
make
I don't know.
sense. Um,
How about Mike the Wowski?
like Wazowski?
Yeah.
Yes. That's so funny because he's
Uh,
huge and Mike is like extremely short. That's I like that one.
all right. So he's gonna be Mike the Wowski. And then the next one is Megan the Stallion.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna have a little fun with this. I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
I don't know. Um, but I do. Real quick. I just got a message from my co-host Keith. He told me that he just got a new kitten. So that's really awesome.
I am very jealous of Keith.
Uh,
I've been wanting a cat for the longest time, so but that's awesome. I love cats. I'm trying to think. Why don't we have Megan the Stallion go as a cat?
all right, that sounds great. Oh man. So then the next one we have someone we didn't really get to know in the series, but appeared frequently throughout the series.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro the bartender.
Okay. Bartender. Okay. Trying to think. That one bartender from The Simpsons. What's his name?
Ooh. Let's look this up. I have not actually watched much of The Simpsons, so I can't say.
Bartender. I know his. Yeah, his name.
Mo?
Oh, it's Mo from Moe's Tavern. He
Okay.
just looks angry all the time.
Sure. We could he could be Mo. Okay. Next we have the super buff guy who only wanted a She-Hulk and left after seeing her
Oh,
as
oh,
Jen
oh,
Arthur.
oh, the guy that everyone said she catfished.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I will defend Arthur. Uh he- she got on the dating app as She-Hulk. He so it and he matched with She-Hulk. He does not have he doesn't have to also want Jen, since he didn't swipe on both Jen and She-Hulk.
Okay,
I don't know.
so here's the thing. I agree with that, but I think saying she's a catfish is stupid
I'm not saying
because she.
I'm definitely not one
No,
of the
no,
people
no,
who
no,
said
no,
that.
no. I didn't think you were saying that. I'm just clarifying. She wasn't. I'm just like calling out the Dubros, you know.
Yeah.
There's no way he wouldn't know Jen is She-Hulk. She's been on the
Mm-hmm.
news so many times by that
Yeah.
point. Everyone
Eh,
has seen her transform.
yeah.
Like it's just not. So
Mm.
I think the thing is he just expected her to stay as She-Hulk because that's what he was interested in. So I don't really think she catfished him, but like
Yeah.
okay, so I don't know. Like we don't
Um.
like that's hard.
I'm going to say, just because this is to fulfill a fantasy but just because I want to be carried by She-Hulk like him, I'm going to say he's going to dress up as my Smash Trivia character.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. The next two are some people who did not appear in this series but have appeared alongside She-Hulk in the comics.
Okay.
The first one on is Howard the Duck,
Okay.
which I'm going to say that Howard the Duck is going to be to dress up as sexy Kermit the Frog.
I'm not against it, but it scares me a little because I'm the big Muppets fan. But I'll allow it.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day, when you had suggested doing the like costume thing. I was like, immediately, I was like, I feel like we Howard the Duck, we gotta have him do another short animal character. I feel like he kind of has
Mm-hmm.
to, and just to
Yeah.
make it even more hilarious, as making him making a sexy variant. And then the next one is Deadpool.
my god. That's so hard because he could literally do anything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
okay, Deadpool.
I'm gonna say so. I think would piss off a lot of people, but I think would make a first side absolutely hilarious. Have that this is just like a joke thing for Deadpool 3 because he's because like they announced that it's Hugh Jackman will be coming back as
mhm.
Wolverine. So have him have that he has killed Hugh Jackman and peeled his face off to wear himself
Oh my
and say that
god.
he's Wolverine. It, I think it kind of fits pretty well.
That fits pretty well too, and I think we won't go with this one, but I think another option would have been really funny if he just would have went as She-Hulk because so many people
Ooh,
have
I
compared
like
the
it.
two
I like it.
because of the fourth wall breaking.
Yeah,
So it's up
that's
to you.
great.
I mean,
I like the She-Hulk one better. That's
okay, yeah.
great.
I think it would be really funny. I also think they would I want to see them on screen so bad. I think their dynamic would be
Oh
incredible.
yeah.
Just constant fourth wall breaking with each other.
Yep.
Like I think it would be amazing. And it will also make a lot of people very angry, which I want to see.
Yeah. And I think one thing that has to happen when they meet is you gotta have Deadpool looking at the camera and saying, "I know you guys think I'm the fourth wall breaking guy, but she did it first."
He would do that though.
Yeah.
That's literally I mean, yeah. So
Oh yeah.
that yeah. Do Deadpool as She-Hulk.
So that I'm gonna say a next X we next. This is one I don't know how you can actually do Halloween costume for. Maybe we can just do the one do the character you said you think that he's like
Mhm.
Kevin the robot.
Oh my god.
So you could do that. We could just have him dress up as the that Wally character.
Otto, yeah. That's funny. Let's do Kevin as Otto from Wally.
And then next, since she appeared actually in the writers' room for the episode, I'm gonna say, so I decided to put in Jessica Gao herself into this Hunger Games.
Okay. I love speaking of that, I love how they did a fake Jessica
Yeah,
Cow in the
that was hilarious. They was
I
like both a
love
fake
that.
and the real one.
Because as like when Jen walked into the writers' room and then they all started looking at her, I was like, and then they were like, "Hey Jen, what's up?" And I was like, "Wait, hold on." I was like, "Huh, what's going on?" But yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I feel like shouldn't. Hmm.
Huh. It's a oh. Let's have her just have her dress up just because I think this would piss them off. Just have her dress up as a dude, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go with that.
I think that would be hilarious. Oh yeah. So next we have someone that a lot of people have not realized was played by a guy in the show, the '70s Savage She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me think.
Hmm, this is an interesting one. I who could she?
I know my dad
Or
used
could
to watch that show. My dad used to.
maybe just have her have this She-Hulk all dress up as another female character from the time. I'm have them dress up as the Bionic Woman.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was actually, you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say have her dress up as Lego Shield.
Uh, that that sounds great. Lego She-Hulk sounds even better. All right, and now the next one, we have another other She-Hulk. This one is Malia Hulk. We have our
Okay.
have the actual super tall actress who was the stand-in for She-Hulk in the
Mm-hmm.
series.
Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a weird idea or not, but remember that like the bust of She-Hulk that was going around that was circulating on Twitter?
Yeah.
No, I mean doesn't make sense though. I'm trying to think. This one's hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to her page on Twitter, see if I can get some inspiration from the woman herself.
On her Instagram.
Oh yeah. This isn't a specific character,
Uh,
but she has something in her bio that will be perfect for this. A gothic alien.
yep, I just read that.
Let's just
Yeah,
have her be a gothic alien.
that sounds incredible. Let's do that.
Yeah. Right. And then next we have someone who annoyed me in the finale. Jen's mom,
Oh God. Okay.
Elaine,
Um,
Mom Hulk.
mom. Let me see. I'm trying to think of
Um,
annoying moms.
hmm. Which, if you're wondering why her mom annoyed me so much in the finale, is because like it kind of seemed like she didn't care what happened to her daughter
Yeah.
after the end of episode 8. Oh, like I think honestly, if a mom should, in the scenario of what happened, she should be telling her daughter, "Hey, you spend as much time in the and with the in the living room as you need, and make these people pay for what they did for
Yeah.
you, to you. Not being like, what are you gonna be done? I want my living room back."
Yeah, that's
Like,
really yeah, that did make me really annoyed too.
hmm.
I'm trying to think of
Now, here's one on like I don't think her personality fits, but I think she would probably think her personality fits.
okay.
Frigga, Thor's mom.
Yeah, I feel like if it was like her choosing what to
Yeah,
wear.
she would think she's like Frigga. She probably thinks she's a great mother. Treats her daughter right. The next one. So I actually have two of these in here because because there's multiple of them, and I wanted to make like all of our family members just be called like Aunt Hulk or Uncle Hulk or
Okay.
Mom Hulk or Dad Hulk. But since there's multiple aunts that are in the show, we have Aunt Hulk and other Aunt Hulk. So one of them is, I think, was one who like tried was like, we have to make your hair more like She-Hulk's. And then also that same one in the finale, Ali started trying to hit on Matt Murdock.
Hmm.
So who would you want her to be?
Well, I mean, if she's very like all about looks,
Yeah.
there's a lot of characters that are
Hmm.
thinking. Trying to think.
And you could also try, also, since she was trying to hit on Matt Murdock, like someone who's like trying to steal another person's man.
A homeworker? Not
Yeah.
exactly, but I'm trying to think.
You know, you know that society is just tired when you see immediately pulling up Twitter and Woke War 3 is
Oh my
trending.
God.
God,
Wait, right now?
yes,
Oh,
trending is Woke War 3,
I wonder
not
what
World War, Woke War. Great.
what were the
I'm
first
guessing the dude bros are mad about something.
well, what were the first two woke wars?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I'm guessing. I would guess as like first one on Captain Marvel, second one Black Widow, third one on She-Hulk.
um,
They would add about all of those films.
yeah.
Um. Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Let's see. I'm now looking at fictional hairdressers. See if there's anyone that
uh,
comes to mind here. This is one that doesn't really fit her personality well, but I just think would be hilarious. Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah. And then we have the other Aunt Hulk, which is the person who some people are trying to say is Bruce Banner's mom. But I refuse to believe that that is actually Bruce Banner's
I don't
mom.
believe that. I don't believe
Like,
that.
if this were Bruce Banner's mom, like in that final scene, would not she be going crazy when she finds out that
Literally.
she has a grandson?
Yeah.
She would be
I
freaking out there if this was someone her mom. I don't think that that's going to be the case, and that I think that was just a reference to the fact that she that's the name of Bruce Banner's mother in the comics. I'm
well,
guessing
wait.
they will I'm guessing they will just whenever they actually decide to introduce the fact that that he had the abusive childhood and that his
Mhm.
father killed his mother. I'm guessing they'll just give her a different name. I mean, not
Mhm.
because it would just be crazy for that to be a Bruce Banner's mother.
No, and that would be really stupid because I think that would completely take away his childhood, backstory.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like. Do we know anything about the aunt?
Not really much, other than that she asked Matt Murdock about his how much he makes money.
Oi.
So she's
Okay.
a jerk, in that aspect.
Hmm. So someone that's like nosy, I feel like.
Yeah, someone who's nosy would be great. With the last few characters here, we'll try the I to
Okay. Okay, so
go
I'm
quick
thinking
with them.
nosy neighbor. How about Agatha from
That's great.
WandaVision?
That's great. We'll do Agatha. The next one we have the Thing.
Okay.
I huh.
Okay, well this is very personal to me because I love him because I'm Jewish. Trying to think. Pentagram Market?
How about Rocky Balboa?
That's hilarious.
All right. Next we have Hellcat.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Trying to think. I love Patsy, so I'm trying to think. Don't know. Let me see.
Ooh.
What if she dressed up as? Gosh,
Mhm.
lost my train of thought. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
That's great. That's perfect.
Because it's a cat, but it's like it's DC, but
Uh,
it's like specifically Michelle Pfeiffer.
the next one, this one on I'm gonna say I think he should just be dressed up as Hulk. Awesome Andy.
Okay. Okay.
And then finally, our last person, and from District 12, we have John Jameson, the one person that she's ever married in the comics.
Oh man.
I'm gonna say he dresses up as his father, J. Jonah Jameson.
That's incredible. I love that one.
All right. Well, we are going to start the games
I'm
now.
so excited. Okay.
Hopefully I can get through everything within an hour and a half.
Okay.
All right. So we have the bloodbath
Oh great.
is here. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Mr. Immortal runs away from the cornucopia. Scar runs away from the cornucopia. Mom Hulk runs away from the cornucopia. Malia Hulk retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Uncle Hulk runs away from the cornucopia. Howard the Duck runs away from the cornucopia. Arthur rips a mace out of Aunt Hulk's hands. Megan the Stallion runs away from the cornucopia. Holloway scares Manbull away from the cornucopia. Leapfrog grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. Mallory Book, The Thing, Josh, and Runa share everything they gathered before running. Porcupine runs away from the cornucopia. She-Hulk grabs a backpack and retreats. Nikki grabs a shield, leaning on the cornucopia. Jessica Gao runs away from the cornucopia. The 77 She-Hulk snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Ched Hulk rips the mace out of Kevin's hands. Titania runs into the cornucopia and hides. Which that definitely seems like Titania. She would run. She would hide. Saracen rips a mace out of Ozymandias' hands. The Wrecker runs away from the cornucopia. Madison runs away from the cornucopia. Deadpool stays at the cornucopia for resources. Bruce and Dennis fight for a bag. Dennis gives up and retreats. El Aguila runs away from the cornucopia. Luke Jacobson takes a handful of throwing knives. Which I feel like he would take up a handful of throwing knives. I feel like I could see him doing that. Judge Price runs away from the cornucopia. Dad Hulk clutches a first aid kit and runs away. That seems definitely like Jen's
because if
dad.
he were to find Jen in crisis, that's the first thing he would grab.
Smug Hulk runs away from the cornucopia. Todd takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. And Donnie Blaze runs away from the cornucopia. Hellcat runs away from the cornucopia. Blonsky grabs a sword. Jennifer Walters rips a mace out of Maddie Devil Boy's hands. Other Ant Hulk, Pedro a bartender, and Wong work together to get as many resources as possible. Pug rips a mace out of John Jameson's hands, and Lulu runs away from the cornucopia. I am very annoyed that there was no death in this blood death. What happened here? Why was there no death? That's
I'm
weird.
I'm still thinking about how Jen stole the weapon from Matt. She's just like, she just ripped a mace right out of his hand.
Just so everyone knows, as I mentioned last time I did one of these Hunger Games, Gamma Games things, though these are the characters, and we will be acting like they have their personalities that they have in the show. But because this is a online simulator, there's no way for me to give these characters their powers. So these are normal human characters. So that is something everybody needs to know. So if this is not within in continuity of what would actually happen, this is just for fun. All right. So day one. Arthur and Manbull split up to search for resources. Maddie Devil Boy fishes. Dennis fishes. Savage She-Hulk diverts Smug Hulk's attention and runs away. Mallory Brooks sprains her ankle while running away from Leapfrog. Wrecker picks flowers. Ched Hulk stabs the awesome Andy in the back with a trident. I think Ched Hulk is has our first kill of the games.
Honestly, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. This one you're gonna be. You're probably gonna be very sad about this one.
Okay.
Jennifer Walters kills the Thing while he's resting.
No! How could she do that to me? She just made an enemy out of me.
Titania tends to She-Hulk's wounds.
Very unlikely.
Luke Jacobson fishes. Deadpool collects some fruit from a tree.
Yep.
Lulu tends to Mr. Immortal's wounds. Runa steals from Megan Thee Stallion while she isn't looking. Mom Hawk receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Blonsky thinks about home.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck camouflages himself in the bushes. Josh, Porcupine, and Ant Hulk and Pedro the bartender hunt for other tributes. Hellcat hunts for other tributes. Kevin thinks about home. Wong scares Todd off. Good. Madison questions her sanity. Nikki and Malia Hulk track down and kill Dad Hulk. Oh man, poor Dad Hulk.
Oh, Morris.
Pug begs for Holloway to kill him. He refuses, though, keeping Pug alive. Bruce Banner, Jessica Gao, and Judge Price hunt for other tributes. The other Ant-Hawk makes a wooden spear. Scar kills Donnie Blaze while he's resting. Definitely seems like a Scar thing to do.
Just like you see someone sleeping and then
just like spear them in the chest. They're like, yeah, I don't need to worry about them anymore. Saracen tends to John Jameson's wounds, and El Aguila thinks about home. And for our first set of fallen tributes, we have, it says 5 cannon shots heard in the distance, but I'm only seeing 4 people here. I don't know why that is, but District 12, we have Awesome Andy. District 12, we have The Thing. District 3, we have Dad Hulk. And District 7, we have Donnie Blaze.
Alrighty.
Yes. And then night 1, Runa receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Dennis, Josh, and Bruce Banner discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Arthur climbs a tree to rest. Other Aunt Hulk thinks about winning. Malia Hulk, Judge Price, Titania, and Nikki tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Howard the Duck attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Jessica Gao and Luke Jacobson and tell stories about themselves to each other, which that actually feels like something I could see happening. Jessica Gao and Luke Jacobson just tell these stories together. That would be
storytellers. I feel like, yeah.
Ched Hawk questions his sanity, which I definitely question his sanity every day. So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
John Jameson and Hellcat hold hands. Pug, Saracen, Mom Hawk, and the 70s Savage She-Hulk tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Leapfrog dies of dysentery.
Oh God.
Uncle Hawk passes out from exhaustion. And Deadpool cries himself to sleep. That's a very Deadpool thing to do.
Yeah, also mood. I feel that one. Yep. Wait, I feel you.
Megan Thee Stallion, El Aguila, and Porcupine start fighting. But El Aguila runs away as Megan Thee Stallion kills Porcupine.
Oh, okay.
Bad. El Aguila has lost his soulmate. Aunt Hulk and Madison talk about the tributes still alive. Wrecker receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Holloway climbs a tree to rest. Blonsky attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Jennifer Walters and Maddie Devilboy tell each other stories about themselves. And then She-Hulk forces Kevin to kill Scar or Mr. Immortal. He decides to kill Scar. Well, that's interesting. Todd receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Lulu, Mallory Brooke, and Mandel and Wong tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Pedro, the bartender, sets up camp for the night. And Smug Hulk receives a fresh food from an unknown sponsor. So far, how are you feeling about how the games are going?
Oh man, a lot of people are telling stories.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel like I probably should have. I probably should have upped the kill rate on this.
That's okay.
All right. So day 2. Luke Jacobson steals from Ched Hulk while he isn't looking. Bruce Banner steals from Holloway while he isn't looking. Titania receives some clean water from an unknown sponsor, which, of course, that the influencer would get a sponsor. Uh-huh. Mr. Immortal hunts for other tributes. Kevin discovers a river. I feel like it probably would not be smart for Kevin to get in the river because He's a robot, but
that makes me think of the acid gas from Catching Fire, where they're all running away and into that little like river thing because it helps the yeah, that wouldn't work.
Wong sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. El Aguila kills Nikki as she tries to run.
No,
well, damn.
That's Jen's bestie. Why would you do that to her?
Oh man. Uncle Hulk travels to higher ground. Pedro the bartender and Megan the Stallion hunt for other tributes. Jennifer Walters, Saracen, Judge Price, Smug Hulk, and Wrecker track down and kill Lulu.
Oi.
Arthur makes a slingshot. Pug attacks Axe Hellcat, but she manages to escape. Jessica Gao and Aunt Hulk split up to search for resources. Other Aunt Hulk and Howard the Duck work together for the day. Matty Devilboy camouflages himself in the bushes. Malia Hulk sets an explosive off, killing Todd, Deadpool, Manbull, and Mom Hulk. He got a forfeit.
Oh my god.
Damn.
At least Todd died.
Yup. She-Hulk falls into a frozen lake and drowns.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Dennis receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Madison goes hunting. John Jameson overhears the 70s avid She-Hulk and Mallory Book talking in the distance.
Okay, wait. How did She-Hulk die before Jen Walters?
Oh, it's a great question, but we don't need to know the answer to that. Josh receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Blonsky silently snaps Runa's neck.
Oh my god. I feel like that's something he would do because he wouldn't. I don't think he would want to draw attention to himself.
Oh my god. Holy shit. 11 cannon shots can be heard in the distance.
Oh no.
Leapfrog from District 5. Porcupine from District 6. Scar from District 8. Nikki from District 2. Lulu from District 7. Todd from District 2. Deadpool from District 9. Manbull from District 6. Mom Hulk from District 11. She-Hulk from District 1. And Runa from District 8.
Oh man.
Oh,
how many are left?
Let's see everybody's statuses. So let's see. I don't actually have another number apparently. But I could just guess since we've had that means we've had 15 AIM deaths so far. So there was 40 already 8 to start. We have 30 some odd left.
Okay.
So night 2. Holy shit. Oh my god. Chad Hawk can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Oh my god. Holloway and John Jameson hold hands. Pedro the bartender dies from hypothermia.
Oh.
Luke Jacobson and Wrecker tell each other stories to each other.
Why is Luke telling so many stories?
Aunt Hawk sees the fire but stays hidden. Smug Hawk looks at the night sky. 70s Savage She-Hulk receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Hellcat attends to El Aguila's wounds. Judge Price, Ice, Uncle Hulk, and Mr. Immortal discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Megan the Stallion screams for help. Blonsky tends to his wounds. Howard the Duck tries to treat his infection. Dennis tends to Madison's wounds. Saracen loses sight of where he is. Wong and Pug huddle for warmth.
Aww.
I feel like they would do that.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. Other Odd Hulk tends to her wounds. Malia Hulk, Bruce Banner, Titania, and Maddie Devilboy sleep in shifts. And Jennifer Walters and Jessica Gao huddle for warmth. Josh, Mallory Book, and Arthur cheerfully sing songs together. Kevin starts a fire.
What?
All right. Day 3. Saracen poisons Blonsky's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. He's decided to up his game from putting chicken blood into drinks. Mr. Immortal overhears Odd Hulk and Uncle Hulk talking in the distance. That is really perfect that Odd Hulk and Uncle Hulk were talking since they are married. Arthur bashes Mallory Book's head against a rock multiple times.
Oh.
It doesn't say that she's dead though, so I'm not sure whether Mallory died from that.
The simulator is very cryptic sometimes. It's hard to tell if
that could be interesting.
Yeah.
77 She-Hulk travels to higher ground. Bruce Banner stalks Judge Price. Jessica Gao tries to spearfish with a trident. Titania, Wong, Hellcat, and Dennis raid Pug's camp while he's hunting. Poor Pug.
That's mean.
Don't be mean to Pug.
If anyone is mean to Pug, they're gonna have to deal with me.
And me too, because Pug is my is one of my favorite characters in the show.
Pug fan club.
Yes. Holloway is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Luke Jacobson chases Wrecker. El Aguila dies from hypothermia. At least now he can be with his love in the afterlife. True. Maddie Devilboy, Madison, John Jameson, Jennifer Walters, and Kevin hunt for other tributes. Howard the Duck scares Josh off. Megan the Stallion runs away from other Aunt Hulk. Malia Hulk camouflages herself in the bushes. A smug Hulk discovers a cave. This night we had 5 cannon shots heard in the distance. Ched Hulk from District 3. Oh my god. I'm part of me is happy about that, but also part of me is like, I don't want to be happy about how he died, because that was like kind of like a serious thing how he died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pedro the bartender from District 9, Saracen from District 6, Mallory Book from District 4, and El Aguila from District 6.
Okay.
All right. Night 3. Judge Price receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Bruce Banner and Wong tell stories about themselves to each other. I feel like Bruce Banner and Wong would do that.
I feel like they would get along, I feel like.
Yeah. Maddie Devilboy is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Which I feel like he would be fine. He would be fine with that.
I'm kidding. Yeah, he would.
Uncle Hulk passes out from exhaustion. Josh tries to sing himself to sleep. Blonsky loses sight of where he is. Savage, She-Hulk, Dennis, and Wrecker discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Madison poisons Arthur's drink. He drinks it and dies.
That is something she would do, because she's like alcohol. Yep. Like she she knows. Oh man.
Kevin cooks his food before putting his fire out, which that is actually really a surprising thing that was in here, because like normally this simulator does not actually have much continuity with because Kevin Evan, like the previous day we saw that he made a fire.
Yeah.
So that's actually really surprised me. Malia Hulk tends to Holloway's wounds. Jennifer Walters, Smug Hulk, and Jessica Gao tearfully sing songs together. Which I could see them doing that. Jacobson can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Oh, God. And Aunt Hulk sets up camp for the night. Other Aunt Hulk questions her sanity. Howard the Duck sees a fire but stays hidden. Mr. Immortal climbs a tree to rest. Titania receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor.
Of course. More sponsors for Titania.
Megan the Stallion and Hellcat run into each other and decide to do truce for the night. John Jameson cries himself to sleep. Pug thinks about winning, which good for
Good
Pug.
for him.
Pug
Good
should
for
win
him.
this.
He should win.
Day 4, Titania searches for a water source. Howard the Duck fishes. Smug Hulk thinks about home. Kevin receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Judge Price and Jennifer Walters hunt for other tributes. Mr. Immortal diverts Earth Blonsky's attention and runs away. John Jameson begs for Madison to kill him. She refuses, keeping John Jameson alive. Pug overhears Uncle Hulk and Malia Hulk talking in the distance. Hellcat searches for firewood. Bruce Banner tries to spear some fish with a trident. Ian, Jessica Gao, and Wong hunt for other tributes. Maddie Devilboy, other Aunt Hawk, and Dennis unsuccessfully ambush Megan the Stallion, Holloway, and Wrecker, who killed them instead.
Ooh.
Aunt Hawk picks some flowers. 70s She-Hulk dies from thirst. Okay. Man, it saddens me that so far we have not gotten any of the Halloween themed things that I added into this. Oh, that sucks. But 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Arthur from District 9, Luke from District 4, or the Maddie Devilboy from District 4. Other Aunt Hulk from District 1, or District 11. District 5, we have Dennis, and 70 Savage She-Hulk from District 10. All right. So how are you feeling so far?
I think it's kind of funny when like things go wrong. Like you purposely try to do something and then it happens to you instead.
Yeah.
I love that when that happens. But I think it's so funny how Titania keeps getting all these sponsors because it's definitely something
Yep.
that would happen.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to hear some like background noise from you. Is there someone else in the room with you?
No, I'm literally in the basement
That's
by
weird.
myself.
I wonder why I was hearing that. All right, so night 4. Uncle Hulk receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Wong and Jennifer Walters talk about the tribute still alive. Titania tends to Howard the Duck's wounds. Smug Hulk sets off an explosive, killing Josh, Madison, Jessica Gao, and Aunt Hulk.
Oh,
damn. Blonsky spears airs John Jameson in the abdomen. Ooh. Kevin, Evan, and Hellcat hold hands. Malia Hulk is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Wrecker is unable to start a fire and also sleeps without warmth. Judge Price thinks about winning. Pug looks at the night sky. Bruce Banner, Megan the Stallion, Mr. Immortal, and Holloway tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Day 5. Uncle Hulk injures himself. Smug Hulk, Malia Hulk, Hellcat, and Pug hunt for other tributes. Bruce Banner explores the arena. Howard the Duck pushes his Mr. Immortal off a cliff during a knife fight.
Oh my god.
Damn. Judge Price is pricked by thorns while all picking berries. Which I'm pretty sure that's the second time that Judge Price has done that. Maybe you should stop picking berries. Blonsky explores the arena. Titania is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Jennifer Walters thinks about home. Kevin dies from hypothermia.
Well,
Wong.
considering he's a robot, if he gets frosted, he's gonna. Yeah.
That makes sense. Wong travels to higher ground. Megan Thee Stallion scares Holloway off, and Wrecker injures himself. And we have 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Josh from District 2, Madison from District 7, Jessica Gao from District 10, Aunt Hawk from District 11, John Jameson from District 12, Mr. Immortal from District 7, and Kevin from District 10. All
Alrighty,
right.
let's keep going.
Night 5. Titania
Okay.
climbs a tree to rest. Smug Hawk quietly hums. Megan Thee Stallion and receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Pug convinces Wrecker to snuggle with him. Uncle Hawk receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Somehow, I don't like the idea of Uncle Hawk having a hatchet. I
Me either.
really don't like that. Long tries to treat his infection. Blonsky looks at the night sky. Jennifer Walters receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Hellcat thinks about winning. Bruce Banner throws a knife into Judge Price's head.
Oh man,
Malia Hawk and
that doesn't
Holloway.
seem like his style.
Yeah, no. Malia Hawk and Holloway huddle for warmth. Howard the Duck looks at the night sky. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food,
My God.
supplies, and weapons and memoirs from the tribute's families. Holloway gathers as much food as into a bag as he can before fleeing. Blonsky decides not to go to a feast. Hellcat decides not to go to the feast. Jennifer Walters strangles Pug with a rope. Malia Hulk, and Titania decide to work together to get more supplies. Which I didn't spend enough time with that, but it's so sad that Pug is dead now. Oh
Jen
my god,
killed Pug. What?
this is sad. A very
That's
sad day.
so. I'm upset.
Smug Hulk, Howard the Duck, Wrecker, and Uncle Hulk team up together, food supplies, weapons, and memoirs. Wong stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. Bruce Banner stabs as Megan Thee Stallion in the back with a trident.
What is him with stabbing?
Day 6. Wong decapitates a Smug Hawk with a sword.
Oh my God.
It must have been a adamantium sword. Hellcat scares Holloway off. Wrecker injures himself. Malia Hawk receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Uncle Hawk, Howard the Duck, Blonsky, and Jennifer Walters raid Titania's camp while she's hunting. Bruce Banner dies from thirst.
Oh
my
man,
god.
he was too busy stabbing people.
Yep. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Judge Price from District 8. Pug from District 2. Moment of silence for Pug.
I love
Megan
you,
Thee
Pug.
Stallion and Smug Hawk, Hawk and Bruce Banner. Right, night 6. Uncle Hulk forces Hellcat to kill either Jennifer Walters or Howard the Duck. She decides to kill Jennifer Walters.
What? Okay. No.
Wow. That's
That-
interesting.
No, I don't like it.
Titania receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor.
Not
Blonsky,
surprising.
Wong, Wrecker, Holloway, and Malia Hawk sleep in shifts. Wrecker runs away from Wong. Malia Hawk and Blonsky fight Howard the Duck and Hellcat. Howard the Duck and Hellcat survive. So Malia Hawk and Blonsky have died.
Okay.
Titania severely injures Holloway and leaves him to die. Uncle Hawk dies of dysentery.
Okay.
Fallen tributes. It's this time we have 5. Jennifer Walters from District 1, Malia Hawk from District 10, Blonsky from District 3, Holloway from District 5, and Uncle Hawk from District 11. Howard the Duck looks at the night sky. Hellcat, Titania, and Wrecker cheerfully sing songs together. Wong starts a fire, and they 8. Howard the Duck attacks Wong, but he manages to escape. Hellcat travels to higher ground. Titania tries to spear fish with a trident. Wrecker discovers a river, and there are no fallen tributes this time. Night 8. A Hellcat questions her sanity. Titania and Wong tell each other stories about themselves. Howard the Duck questions his sanity, and Wrecker climbs a tree to rest. Wong stabs Howard the Duck with a tree branch. Hellcat tries to sleep through the entire day. Wrecker thinks about home. Titania dies from an infection. Right? So there's 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Howard the Duck and Titania. So we have all right. We have 3 people left.
Oh my god.
Which is Wong, Wrecker, and Hellcat.
Okay.
Which immediately already night 9, Wong strangles Wrecker while all engaging in a fist fight.
Okay.
And Hellcat dies trying to escape the arena. Our winner is Wong from District 3.
This is just proof. Wong Cinematic Universe.
Yep. Oh,
Wong
man.
supremacy. I mean, I'm really sad. I wanted Pug to win, but like, I love Wong. I mean, that makes sense. Wong is a skilled dude.
Well, so and let's see from this placements board who had the most kills. Okay, so it seems like the people with the most kills were Smug Hulk with 5 kills and Malia Hulk with also 5 kills. Oh man, so, what? It seemed like Bruce Banner killed a lot of people. Let me try and find him on this list. Everyone. Apparently, he only had 2 kills. Okay, I guess I'm wrong.
Weird. Okay.
All right. So now I'm actually, even though we didn't actually get to see them, I'm going to take a moment to tell everyone about the Halloween things I tried to add to this, since it annoys me that I didn't get to actually see any of them in use during this. So first, I had from the bloodbath events, I added both someone would find a toy Jason machete, and then another person could find Frankenstein's monster mask. And then and from the daytime events, I had that someone enters a werewolf cave, and they would emerge with a severed werewolf head. And then for the nighttime, I had that a player would receive Halloween candy from an unknown sponsor.
Oh, okay. I guess that counts as food.
And a player would get haunted by the ghost of dead tributes. And then also the ghost of dead tributes would tell 2 players that are together or that they should get a room. And then let's see, and then I added though we didn't end up actually getting any arena events this time, I added one arena event, which was that zombies enter the arena. Which the things that could happen there are going to be that player manages to escape the zombies. Player is eaten by the zombies. Player pushes another player into the zombies to escape. Player managed to fight off some zombies, but it gets bit in the process. Ooh. So he will turn into a zombie within 10 days. So that one I was really hoping to see, because I was thinking it would be really a interesting dynamic because that would mean that person, even if they end up winning the games, they're not gonna live, so no one would actually end up winning. And then then also, since there had to be technically someone who died in that for the event and modifier thing, I just wrote
Yeah.
that. I wrote that another player gets eaten out.
Oh my god.
The and another one on was that two players would fight zombies side by side and die side by side. Um, and another would be that a player gets away by putting on zombie makeup,
Eh.
and another player tries to do the same, but they're not so lucky. I guess their makeup wouldn't have been good enough, so these zombies kill them. And then and the fatal. Oh, let me see. Did I add anything with for? I did not add anything to the fatal blood death, but then I did add for the fatal daytime. I added that that a fatal version of the one from on I talked about earlier of entering a werewolf cave. This one though, they don't come back out.
Mm-hmm.
Disappear for the rest of the game. Fatal nighttime I'm ones. We have that player enters a vampire forest and gets all of their blood sucked out, and then and that is all of the events I added to this. It's sad that I didn't get any of them to actually appear, but
Yeah,
it's
sometimes the simulator is like it's not. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating.
yeah. That last time that I tried to do this is annoyingly it didn't even save the events, so
Oh
there was
man.
no way it actually could have had them appear in it, and I was and um since I was at that point when I realized it hadn't saved them, I was already recording, so I was like, I can't
Mm-hmm.
take the time to add in these events back in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I this was a ton of fun. And
I had a
I'm
lot of
so glad
fun.
to have had you on here.
I'm so glad you asked me to be on your podcast. I've never been on a podcast before, so I'm really glad this was the first one.
You did absolutely
Um,
great, though.
thank you.
A big problem that sometimes can happen for people who aren't who don't come on podcasts as very often is that they will like stay silent the whole time, and I'm because they're awkward or something, which I understand that,
Yeah, I
but
get it.
happily you felt comfortable enough with me that you were willing to talk.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, this stuff is my jam. Talking about the things I love. Also, having a lot of fun with it with the simulator. So,
Mm.
I mean, I thought it was a lot of fun considering I used to do that all the time, and like I would put like my friends in the simulator and then
Yeah.
post it on Twitter, and we just like it'd just be so much fun. So I'm glad we were able to do that.
Oh yeah. I have since I did the first Earth Gamma games and back in May, I've been wanting
Mhm.
to do another because it was just so fun,
Mhm.
doing that. I think it's such a interesting concept to have it as a podcast thing.
Mhm.
Um,
That's pretty
instead of
funny.
doing it,
Yeah.
instead of just posting it all up on Twitter.
Yep.
But yeah, especially since like you get to have like my like I do this announcer voice for the for throughout the actual games.
Yeah. It makes it a lot more fun.
And so before I end this off, this is something I've been starting to do lately that I think is a really fun thing. So I allow my guests as to write something in the chat function on Zoom, and I will say say whatever funny phrase you want me to say in my
Oh
announcer
man.
voice.
Oh god. Oh my god. Well, that's so hard. That could be anything. Um, that's really hard. Oh my god. Have you done Captain America Fox yet?
I have not.
Can you please do the?
I've done She-Hulk fucks, but not Captain America fucks.
Okay. Wait. What do I do? Do I type it in the chat?
Yeah. You can honestly, since you just said, I could just say, oh, this Use that here. You don't
Okay.
even need it. Type in the chat.
Okay.
Captain America Fox. Oh man.
I love
Uh,
that.
well, thank you, Lindsay, for coming on.
Oh, thank
Is
you
there
for
any
having me on.
anything you'd like to say before I end this off?
I just think that, maybe you guys should like just let loose and have a little fun sometimes. Not everything needs to be taken so seriously. I think She-Hulk is a great example of that.
Yeah.
And the only reason she's calling you out is because of the way you're behaving. So personally, just chill, okay? Also have
Yeah.
fun. The
Oh
MCU,
yeah.
while it can be serious, there's also a lot of room for humor. I think, again, like I've said, I'm a very big Eternals fan. I feel like people, when we get humor, people complain it's not serious, and then when things aren't serious, they complain that it's not, they complain that it's boring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like for example, like She-Hulk, both She-Hulk and Eternals, it's like they're different, they're new, they're fresh, they're not.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm rambling at
They're
this
not
point.
the
I don't know.
they're not the like same feel that you got throughout the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, like the point I'm trying to make is when we get something new and fresh and an origin story and like
Mm-hmm.
something like Eternals, people call it boring. Yet when we get something like She-Hulk, it's too like too comedic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like either way, they poo poo everything. It's just
Yeah.
like just try not
Let
to take things too
yeah.
seriously.
Just let people enjoy stuff. Like.
Yeah, let people have fun. Every time I
Mm-hmm.
say I want an Eternal sequel, people like people just like, I swear people go into the Twitter search bar and type in Eternals just so they
Oh
can
yeah.
complain
There's
about it. Same with
it's
She-Hulk.
honestly so weird to me people who do things like that. Like I've had in the past, like I've mentioned on Twitter the or the Army Hammer or Cannibal thing, and I've had even though I didn't at Army Hammer in anything or like I literally was just referencing it in just terms of that was like a controversy that was going on around the time because as I was talking about it around
Mm-hmm.
when Death on the Nile came out and
Uh-huh.
um there was Army Hammer fan accounts that searched it up just to say there's no proof that he's actually a cannibal. Like
Didn't they come out with a
that's
whole
not
documentary?
probably like
I'm pretty sure they
the
did.
thing.
I'm not gonna watch it because it's disturbing, but like,
There was
I mean, there were
and
several women came out saying that he
mhm.
said some really fucked up shit to them.
And I don't remember what my point I was actually making, but it wasn't even a point actually about him being a cannibal. It was just like I was mentioning a lot of controversies that was happening and like how that affects box office.
Uh-huh.
Um, because and what I think I was saying was like it doesn't matter whether a controversy is real or not.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody believes it, it's going to affect things.
Exactly. You're so right. You're
Oh,
so
that's
right.
and then also another time I remember I tweeted something about out. Do you know the director Woody Allen?
Yeah.
I tweeted something about out the really shitty stuff that he did, and like I had defenders of his come searching
There
up
are
my
Woody Allen defenders?
yes
What?
searching up my tweet to tell say that there's not actually proof that he did this. I'm like, why did you
This
spend?
is the
Why did
problem
you
with
actually search this up or up to just find me? You not have anything better to do with your day than to search
they
up Woody
claim that no
Allen
one
to find it?
cares. They claim no one cares, but here you are going
Uh,
out of your way to make sure people know that you care.
oh yeah,
it's ridiculous. This is the problem with Hollywood. There are so many things and there are so many people that do bad things that it just none of it gets, taken seriously. It all
Mm-hmm.
gets swept under the rug because it happens so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you everyone for listening. If you like this gamma analysis, please give a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify. Love to hear your thoughts on this spooky She-Hulk gamma games. So please let me know. And if you'd like to listen to more from me, please subscribe. I have many more gamma analysis from me coming, so keep on the lookout. This again is your host, Master Area John, signing off.